Today, we're ascending beyond the earthly realm to explore the celestial hierarchy, ordinary angels, majestic cherubim, fiery seraphim, mysterious watchers, and the fallen star, Lucifer. These beings are more than myth, they are pivotal figures in spiritual narratives, each with a profound role in divine dramas and human destinies. How do these celestial beings influence our understanding of the cosmos, and our place within it? Join us as we uncover the mysteries of these heavenly hosts. If you're intrigued by the untold stories of the spiritual realm, don't forget to subscribe to DecodeVale. Dive deep into the mysteries with us. Every subscribe button you hit, every like you leave brings you closer to the truths you seek. Let's begin this journey together, right now. Understanding angelic ranks in the tapestry of spiritual narratives, the so-called ordinary angels emerge not merely as foot soldiers, but as pivotal elements of divine orchestration. These angels, seldom named but always present, weave through the scriptures like threads in a celestial fabric, each strand integral yet often overlooked. Imagine these beings as the infantry of the heavens, structured in ranks that mirror military hierarchy. This hierarchy isn't just about order, it's a reflection of the operational and spiritual complexity of the divine realm. These angels execute missions, interventions in human affairs that are anything but ordinary. They deliver messages, provide guidance, and intervene in times of crisis, acting under divine command with a precision that belies their generalized title. Their frequent appearances across various texts highlight a profound truth: in the realm of the divine, there are no small roles. Each intervention, each act carried out by these angels, has ripple effects, influencing human history in ways that stretch far beyond the immediate context of their appearance. Thus, while they may be termed ordinary in the context of celestial beings, their actions are anything but. They serve as a reminder that in the grand design, every act of guidance, every protective measure, and every message delivered is a thread in the larger narrative of existence, a narrative in which these angels play roles that are crucial, though quietly so. Cherubim, guardians of divine mysteries. The cherubim hold a storied place in biblical lore, their presence woven deeply into the fabric of divine mystery. From their first mention in Genesis, where they guard the tree of life with a flaming sword, to their symbolic role atop the Ark of the Covenant, cherubim are not merely creatures but embodiments of God's proximity and sanctity. In Genesis, following the expulsion of Adam and Eve, cherubim stand as the ultimate sentinels. Their task, to guard the way to the tree of life, underscores a fundamental divine decree, the safeguarding of sacredness and the severe mercy of preventing humanity's premature return to eternal life. This guarding role extends to the most sacred artifact of the Israelites, the Ark of the Covenant. Here, the cherubim are not just guardians but also part of the divine throne itself, their golden figures overshadowing the mercy seat. This proximity to God in the Holy of Holies symbolizes their intercessory role, bridging the divine and the human, the heaven and the earth. Ezekiel's vision further expands the mystique of cherubim. In his prophetic book, Ezekiel describes these beings with multiple faces, each one a different aspect of creation: lion, ox, eagle, and human. These faces, coupled with wheels full of eyes, paint a portrait not just of divine omniscience but of a creation that is interconnected, watched over, and dynamically involved in the divine plan. The theological implications of Ezekiel's descriptions are profound. The cherubim, with their encompassing gaze and manifold faces, serve as a reminder of God's pervasive presence. They are participants in a divine drama, active in the unfolding of God's glory and judgment, and their portrayal by Ezekiel serves as a theological anchor, grounding the mysticism of their existence in vivid, almost ungraspable, imagery. In essence, the cherubim stand as guardians not just of physical locations but of divine mysteries. Their depiction throughout the scriptures challenges us to consider the depth of divine security and the complexities of God's interaction with the world he oversees. Seraphim, the burning ones. The Seraphim, known as the burning ones, occupy a revered tier in the celestial hierarchy, their very essence synonymous with fervor and purification. Their portrayal in the scriptures offers a glimpse into the intense immediacy of divine worship and interaction. In the book of Isaiah, the Seraphim's role is dramatically showcased during a vision that marks a turning point for the prophet. Isaiah finds himself in the presence of the Lord, where Seraphim encircle the throne, each crying out, "Holy, holy, holy, is the Lord of hosts, the whole earth is full of his glory." Their voices shake the foundations of the temple, filling the space with smoke, a vivid depiction of their power and sanctity. One of these seraphim then approaches Isaiah, using a live coal to touch his lips, purifying him, signifying the removal of guilt and sin, and preparing him for the divine missions to come. This act of purification underscores the seraphim's role not just as participants in divine worship, but as active agents in the sanctification and preparation of humans for service to God. Their interaction with Isaiah reflects a direct engagement with humanity, facilitating a transformation that aligns the human with the divine will. John's revelation presents a similar but expanded view of celestial beings who, like seraphim, are intensely involved in perpetual adoration of God. These creatures, too, are described as full of eyes, around and within, unceasingly declaring the glory of God day and night. The parallel here extends the theme of divine constancy and unending worship, mirroring the seraphim's role but on a cosmological scale. Both visions convey a profound theological truth, the unchanging nature of God and the ongoing, eternal worship that he commands and deserves. This constancy in divine worship, as mediated by seraphim and their counterparts in Revelation, illustrates not just a celestial order but a cosmic, eternal truth about the divine state, ever holy, ever revered, ever served. In portraying seraphim, the scriptures provide not just a theology of worship, but a vivid portrayal of the divine fire that purifies, empowers, and perpetuates itself through the acts of these celestial beings. Their role and representation invite believers to contemplate a faith that is as fervent as it is grounded in the continual acknowledgement of God's holiness. Watchers and Holy Ones, agents of divine will. The Watchers and Holy Ones, enigmatic yet central figures in the book of Daniel, serve as profound agents of divine will. Their roles pivot around pivotal moments where the divine intersects starkly with the human, shaping destinies through dreams and judgments. In the narrative of Daniel, these beings emerge as interpreters and messengers of God's direct will. They communicate through dreams, a medium both mysterious and rich with divine symbolism, demanding human understanding and humility. Daniel himself, endowed with the ability to interpret such dreams, acts almost as a bridge between these celestial messengers and the kings he serves. A particularly striking account involves King Nebuchadnezzar, whose dreams perplex and terrify him. In one dream, he sees a gigantic tree that reaches to the heavens, which all creatures find shade and sustenance from. This tree, as revealed by Daniel, symbolizes the king himself, eventually cut down but not destroyed, depicting Nebuchadnezzar's forthcoming fall from power and descent into madness. The Watchers declare this fate as a decree of the Most High, to teach Nebuchadnezzar and those who witness his fall that God rules over the realms of men and gives power to whom he wills. The role of the Watchers in this episode is crucial. They are not merely passive observers but active participants in the unfolding of divine justice. Their involvement in Nebuchadnezzar's temporary madness, a severe but ultimately redemptive punishment, underscores a broader theological theme, divine sovereignty over human kingdoms and the accountability of earthly power to heavenly authority. This episode, like many others involving the Watchers, serves as a narrative fulcrum, balancing the celestial and the terrestrial, the divine decree, and human agency. It invites reflection on the nature of divine messages and the responsibilities of those who receive them, emphasizing that the Watchers are both heralds and executors of a higher will, operating within the intricate dance of divine governance and human history. Archangel Michael. The great defender Archangel Michael stands as a paragon of divine defense, his figure woven through scriptural narratives as both protector and warrior. His interventions, pivotal and profound, underscore his dual roles in cosmic order and spiritual warfare. First, in the defense of Moses' body, an episode alluded to in the Epistle of Jude, Michael confronts Satan in a dispute that reveals not just his courage but his adherence to divine authority. He does not bring a railing accusation against Satan, instead, he says, "The Lord rebuke thee." This instance highlights his role as defender, adhering strictly to the boundaries set by divine command, showing that true power is wielded through submission to higher authority. In the book of Daniel, Michael's role expands into the spiritual realms where he battles unseen forces. Described as one of the chief princes, he comes to help Daniel after a prolonged struggle with the prince of the Persian kingdom. This depiction not only emphasizes his strength and warrior aspect but also his commitment to the protection and guidance of God's people, intervening in moments of great need and spiritual significance. The culmination of Michael's battles appears in the Book of Revelation, where he leads the heavenly forces against the dragon in a celestial war. And there was war in heaven, Michael and his angels fought against the dragon, and the dragon fought and his angels. This epic confrontation transcends the physical, illustrating a struggle between good and evil, with Michael at the forefront as a leader of divine armies, ensuring the enforcement of God's will and order. Michael's role as both a fierce protector and a humble servant of divine will portrays a compelling model of leadership. His authority comes not from domination but from his service to a greater cause. Each of his interventions, defending, battling, leading, serves as a testament to his strength under command and his commitment to the cosmic order dictated by divine authority. Through these narratives, Michael emerges not just as a figure of power but as a beacon of leadership that balances authority with obedience, making him a quintessential leader in the spiritual hierarchy. His actions resonate as examples of how power, when rightly aligned with divine purposes, serves not just to lead but to protect and preserve the balance between heaven and earth. Lucifer, the tragic tale of pride and fall. Lucifer, once heralded as the light bringer, embodies a tale of ascent and catastrophic fall, his story a stark emblem of the dangers of pride. His narrative, laden with lessons, profoundly impacts Christian theology and shapes the discourse on eschatology. Originally one of the most exalted angels, Lucifer's beauty and power were unrivaled, his position near the throne of God a testament to his high rank. However, it was this very splendor that sowed the seeds of his downfall. His heart, lifted by his beauty and his station, succumbed to pride. This pride led to rebellion, a catastrophic decision to rise against his creator, aiming to ascend above the heights of the clouds and make himself like the Most High. This rebellion marks a pivotal moment in celestial history, illustrating a profound moral, that the greatest falls often stem from the loftiest pride. Lucifer's fall is juxtaposed against the humility of other celestial beings, such as Michael, who, despite his power, remains obedient to divine authority. This contrast underscores a central tenet of Christian teaching, that humility is rewarded and pride leads to downfall. The repercussions of Lucifer's rebellion extend beyond his personal narrative, influencing Christian eschatology, the part of theology concerned with the final events in the history of the world or of humankind. His ongoing role as an adversary, leading forces against God and perpetuating evil, colors the Christian understanding of the cosmic struggle between good and evil. His story enriches the Christian narrative with themes of redemption, judgment, and the ultimate triumph of good over evil. Lucifer's tale serves not only as a caution against the perils of pride but also as a reminder of the enduring battle between light and darkness, a theme that resonates throughout Christian theology. His fall from grace is a narrative thread that ties together stories of temptation, struggle, and the hope of redemption, making it a cornerstone of spiritual and eschatological discourse. Through this story, believers are reminded of the potent dynamics of free will, the responsibility of power, and the profound consequences of our choices. Gabriel, the divine messenger. Gabriel, known across various scriptures for his role as the divine messenger, stands out not just for his celestial status but for his pivotal interventions in human history. His appearances at key moments in the biblical narrative underscore his crucial role in the transmission of God's messages. One of Gabriel's earliest and most significant roles occurs in the book of Daniel, where he interprets Daniel's visions. These are not ordinary dreams but complex, prophetic images that forecast the future of empires and the coming of the Messiah. Gabriel's explanations are clear, direct, facilitating an understanding of events that would shape the course of history. In the New Testament, Gabriel's annunciations mark momentous occasions. To Zechariah, he announces the birth of John the Baptist, who would prepare the way for Jesus. Despite Zechariah's disbelief, Gabriel's message is definitive and authoritative, signaling divine intervention and the continuation of God's plan for salvation. Perhaps most famously, Gabriel appears to Mary, a young woman in Nazareth, to deliver the most significant announcement of all, the birth of Jesus Christ. This moment, humble yet profound, highlights Gabriel's role in the divine narrative as the bearer of news that would alter the course of human history. Gabriel's interactions are characterized by clarity and solemnity, fitting for the weight of the messages he carries. Each announcement is pivotal, setting the stage for divine actions that manifest God's plan on earth. His presence reassures, his words direct, making him a figure of comfort and authority. Through these annunciations, Gabriel transcends the traditional role assigned to messengers. He does not merely relay messages, he facilitates the unfolding of the divine will, ensuring that each word not only informs but also activates the necessary responses from those he addresses. His role is as much about communication as it is about ensuring the readiness of those who receive his messages, making him integral to the narrative of divine intervention and human redemption. Angels, in their myriad forms and functions, serve as messengers, protectors, and executors of divine mandates. Each class, be it the vigilant cherubim, the fiery seraphim, the enigmatic watchers, the stalwart Michael, or even the fallen Lucifer, plays a pivotal role within the celestial framework, underscored by their unwavering commitment to enact God's will. These narratives remind us of divine sovereignty, the sanctity of holiness, and the stark consequences of pride and rebellion. As we reflect on these stories, they invite us to contemplate not just the spiritual realm, but also our personal journeys. How do the actions of these celestial beings influence our beliefs and behaviors? Are we, like the angels, aligning our actions with higher principles and purposes? These questions beckon us to a deeper understanding and appreciation of the divine order and our place within it. Thank you for joining us at DecodeVale as we navigated the celestial hierarchies and their profound implications. If today's exploration has enriched your understanding or sparked curiosity, share your thoughts in the comments below. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and click the bell icon to stay updated with our latest insights into the mysteries of the spiritual world. Until next time, keep seeking, keep questioning, and may your path always be guided by the light of truth.